Incest. What emotions are evoked when you hear that word? There is so much wrapped up in the word incest. There are so many people wrapped up in the word incest. There are so many families wrapped up in the word incest. My name is Dr. Natalie Whitlow. I'm a licensed psychologist, and this video series on incest that I'm about to do is long overdue. Not only for me professionally, but for me on a personal level. Like many people touched by incest, I have been scared to death to open this door and talk about this. But here I go. Acknowledging your history, telling your story, talking about what you've been through, how it's affected you, and what you've learned from it is supposed to be a liberating and freeing experience. But the bondage of incest makes it terrifying to talk about what you've been through, who did it to you, and just how deeply they've harmed you. It teaches you a learned helplessness of sorts. Are y'all familiar with the experiment with the rats where they explored this concept of learned helplessness? So what it is they had rats, and they put these rats in a box, and then they put a lid on top of the box, making the box inescapable. So the box had 4 sides, a bottom and a top. And then they began to shock the rats from the floor of the box. And the rats initially tried to get out of the box, but there was no escaping the box. So they did this for about 40 minutes to an hour, where they continually shocked the rats. And the rats learned that there was no way to get out. Then after that hour, they took the lid off of the box. And the rat was mere feet from freedom. But in that short amount of time, those mere minutes, that rat had learned that freedom was inescapable. And that was something that was embedded into their spirits. And so even with that lid being off, them being able to see the light, and them being able to get out, they could not free themselves. This is a very similar reality to what people who have gone through incest experience. So what I want to do in this video series is talk about incest on all layers, at all different levels, so that I can have an impact, I can help people, I can help myself. So, who is this video for? One, in short, these videos that I'm going to do are for everyone. But to be specifically, and to specifically identify who this video is for, who these videos will be for. One, it is for that person who is actively being victimized by incest. And I know people hear that word victim and they say, no, don't use that word. That's inappropriate. I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor. But I'm going to tell you this. In my video series, I'm going to use victim and survivor interchangeably, because unfortunately, if you have gone through incest, you are a victim. Because victim simply means that you were the target of someone else's violence, aggression, intimidation, control, or other harmful behaviors, such as molestation or rape by a member of your family. Now, don't get being a victim confused with having a victim mentality. Now that's what we want to fight against and work against embodying. Having a victim mentality means that you view the world and experience the world through the lens of the trauma that you went through. It causes you to believe that you don't have any control over what happens to you. It causes you to believe that you are not worthy of success and all the good things that life has to offer. It causes you to blame others when things don't go right in your life. And that's a problem because that takes away your power. If I'm not able to acknowledge how I contributed to something going wrong in my life, that means that I won't have the power to be able to realize how I can change things to make it right. So victim mentality and victim are different. So when I say victim, I mean no disrespect. I mean no harm. And like I said, I'll be using victim and survivor interchangeably. But this video are for those of you who are actively being victimized and are caught in incest right now. I am hoping that there is something that I say, something that I impart on you that helps you to realize how you can free yourself from this cycle, to give yourself the courage to push past the fear and get help so that you can stop being the victim. This video is for survivors of incest. And I'm hoping that I will say something to you in these videos that will help you to explore how what happened to you has impacted you in the long term and on the multiple different layers of life, from career success to relationship success to family relationship harmony to management of money and finances to beauty and how you choose to look and present yourself to the world. I hope that I'm able to help you to realize how you've been impacted and then how you can heal and grow past it. These videos are for the family and friends who support those victims of incest. I hope to help you to understand what it is that they are going through at the deepest level of them so that you can love them, support them, and advocate for them. These videos are for the family members who have chosen to side with the perpetrator, which is far too often, because we are protective of our own families. We don't want there to look to be any blemishes on our family. And so we side with the perpetrator and we help them make excuses for the horrific things that they did, have done, or are doing. And I am hoping that I say something that will help you to realize the hurt that you are causing your family member who was a victim or is a survivor of incest. I hope that I say something that helps you to realize the long-standing negative, dysfunctional impact that you will have on your family for generations to come. This video is for the family members who are within a family system where incest exists and you don't know which way to go. Who do I choose? How do I select between my family member who did this thing but says they're sorry or didn't mean to or denies it, and the family member who comes out and cries out about what happened to them and begs for people to be on their side and support them? I hope to say something to help you make a healthy decision for your family. This video is for the perpetrator of incest. Now, I gotta be clear with you. the perpetrators of incest, the older family members who are far into their adulthood, who are elders in the family, and you are abusing young children, 5 years old, 10 years old, I ain't got nothing for you. I'm not there yet. Maybe later on in this video series, I will have grown myself, but I ain't got nothing for you. My focus is on those same age children who offend against each other. That older cousin who's 17 years old, victimizing the 10, 11-year-old. Because what research has taught me is that that family member typically is not depraved, is not ill in the way that we think about someone who is a molester is ill, but because of the family structure within which they were brought up, because of things that they were exposed to and not protected from, because of responsibilities that they were given too early, they ended up doing these horrendous things that they, in their little minds, couldn't even fully make sense of why they were doing it and the impact that it would have on the person that they were offending and the effect that it would have on their overall family. So I am speaking to you because I know that there must be some guilt and shame and hurt that you hold, and you don't know what to do with that, how to deal with it, and how to go back to your family and acknowledge what you've done and what you need and make it right. So these videos are for you. And lastly, these videos are for anyone who is concerned about and cares about incest and the people impacted by it. Why? Why am I doing these videos? Because I am a victim of incest. There was someone in my family who targeted me and raped me repeatedly. So I am a victim of incest. Now, this happened to me 30 plus years ago. So I am also a survivor because I am a doctor, I am successful, I am married, I am a mother, I have very wonderful, successful, accomplished children. I have an immediate family who loves me, who I love back. I have been accomplishing my goals, and so I have also been surviving. But I'm going to tell y'all, I am still a victim. And it still has had its effects on me. And it continues to have its effects on me. So let me tell y'all what I did. How I tried to trick myself. I said, I need to deal with this stuff. I understand the horrific nature of what happened to me. I'm beginning to see all the ways it affected me. And so I need to deal with it. But I was terrified to deal with my own stuff, to deal with my own family, to face my own family, and how they would accept me, reject me, treat me. And so what I did was professionally, I threw myself into incest. I studied it. I researched it. I trained on it. I began working with and seeing people who were actively being victimized by incest, who were survivors of incest, or who were family members caught in incest, so that I could sharpen and hone my skills around helping people with incest. And this is how I was tricking myself into believing I'm working on my stuff, because I'm working on incest. I gotta face it and deal with it, but y'all, I ain't never dealt with me fully, honestly, wholly, truly, unapologetically. So again, here I go. From week to week, I don't know what y'all gonna get. I know that it will be an educational experience. I know that it will be a heartfelt, passionate experience. I know that it will be something that will help you to grow if this is an area that you need to grow in. If you yourself are affected by incest, I ask that you follow me. Follow these videos. My YouTube channel is One Dope Psychologist. Please like and subscribe. If there's anyone that you know who could benefit from these videos, please share it to them. Encourage them to like and subscribe. And what they say, I got to keep up with all my little catchphrases. And sign up for the notifications. But really, not for the catchphrase, but so that you can know when a video comes out. So that you can then see the newest video that is going to help you heal and grow beyond this incest. Again, my name is Dr. Natalie Whitlow, One Dope Psychologist, and I so look forward to going on this journey with you. Y'all see I'm sweating? So I'm terrified. And whoever else out there is terrified about the thought of this, that heard the beginning, heard incest and said, oh, I need to turn this off. It elicited something, it brought something up in you. I just need y'all to know I'm there too. But I also happen to have some education that can help you along the way. I look forward to it, and I'll see you next time.